Please subscribe the channel and hit the like button. By ordering the deployment of 3,000 more reservists to Europe, U.S. President Joe Biden is preparing to fight Russian forces on the ground in Ukraine, Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has said. Biden has lost his way, Kennedy tweeted on Friday, arguing that the president should focus on America's domestic problems instead of trying to achieve global military dominance. I want people to understand what this troop mobilization is about. It's about preparing for a ground war with Russia, he said. The idea of defeating Moscow in its conflict with Kiev is a futile geopolitical fantasy of the Biden administration. The Democratic presidential candidate added, thousands of Ukrainians have already lost their lives because America's foreign policy establishment manipulated their country into war. Now, rather than acknowledge failure, Biden admin prepares to sacrifice American lives too, Kennedy said. On Thursday, Biden signed an executive order mobilizing 3,000 members of the U.S. military selected reserve to boost the ranks of Operation Atlantic Resolve, which Washington launched in Europe in 2014 after Crimea rejoined Russia following the Western-backed coup in Kiev. According to Army Lieutenant General Douglas Sims, the Joint Staff Director of Operations, the move reaffirms the unwavering U.S. support and commitment to defend NATO's eastern flank in the wake of Russia's military operation in Ukraine. The U.S. European Command, EUCOM, spokesman, Navy Captain Bill Speaks, said the deployment of reservists will not change current force posture levels in Europe. The leading Republican presidential candidate, former President Donald Trump, also had some harsh words to say about Biden's decision to send more American troops to Europe. The reckless escalation in Ukraine pursued by the White House is straining the U.S. military to the point of disaster, he said.
Joe Biden can't even walk up the steps of Air Force One without tripping. The last thing this incompetent administration should be doing is pushing us further toward World War III. Trump reiterated his earlier claim that if he becomes president again, he would end the conflict in Ukraine in 24 hours. Not one American mother or father wants to send their child to die in Eastern Europe. We must have peace. Another Republican presidential candidate, Vivek Ramaswamy, said it is downright disturbing that the U.S. media is largely ignoring the president's order in its reporting. What is the justification now for sending reservists to Europe? What are the operations? Where will they go? What will they do? We need answers, not sweeping this under the rug as Biden would prefer, Ramaswamy said in a statement.